Hey guys, welcome to the video today. In today's video, I'm going to be assembling this Greenworks 80 volt 21 inch push mower. And before we begin, make sure that you're wearing the proper safety equipment and take all safety precautions. And make sure that you get help to move this around. This thing is incredibly heavy. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is take all the different parts and pieces out of the box and get everything organized. Okay, so I have everything out of the box, and this is the paperwork that came with this lawnmower. Make sure that you read through any paperwork that came with your lawnmower and any other information that came with your lawnmower before you start the assembly process. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to move the bag over here for now. Let's start here. I'm just going to clip off these plastic ties here. Get this one over here. Okay, let's take this off. Okay, so we're going to have to assemble the handle. These little pieces come off too. Okay, so there's the lower part of the handle on each of the sides, and then here's the upper part of the handle. And then right here and right here are pieces that will unlock the lower part of the handle. You just want to be careful with this piece because it's not attached yet. I'm just going to kind of hold it back here. So what we do here is this part here. You just want to be careful because there are pinch points, but you pull this out, turn it 90 degrees, and then we can lift this part up. And then back here, there are three different spots. I'm just going to pick the middle one, and then I'll turn this back like that, and then just get it to lock into place. And then we're going to do the same thing with this one. Turn that part 90 degrees. Move this up here to the middle position. And then turn this part back 90 degrees again until it locks into place. Okay. Okay, and then this part here, I'm just going to twist this off. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other one here. Let me set this down here. Okay. I'm just taking these bolts out too so I can fit the handle on here. Okay, so I'm going to take the upper part of the handle here and fit it onto the bottom part of the handle. Okay. Just careful, there are pinch points. Just trying to fit it on there. And then going to take the bolt here on each side and fit it through. And just make sure that you put in the bolt the right way. If you try to put it in the wrong way, let me show you here an example. So like that's the wrong way. It doesn't sit, let's see here. There we go. Like it doesn't sit flush. So if that happens, you just pull the bolt out, just turn it 90 degrees, and then just put the bolt back in until it sits flush like that. Okay, now I'm going to put these pieces back on, just twisting them into place. Okay, for now I'm just getting that one on there, and I'm doing the same thing on the other one. And then I'm just going to tighten them down evenly. You just want to be careful because there are pinch points. There's like let me show on this one really quick. On the bolt here, okay, let me get this piece off here. Oops. On the bolt here, there's like two different, there's this threading and then there's a space and then this threading. So when you're putting this piece on, you'll notice it start to go a little bit and then it'll kind of like wiggle around, and then you need to get it started on that second thread. So, okay, let me get these tightened down evenly here. You just want to make sure that they're tightened all the way down. Okay. Okay, on the handle here, there's some like shrink wrap. I'm just going to take that off. And then some instructions here. Let's carefully take this off too. Be careful not to hurt that there, but more paperwork here. More paperwork here. Just make sure to read through all this information. Okay, so let me take the plastic bag off of the bag here. Okay. There's one of these things in this one, so you might have one or more in yours. Make sure to remove it. Okay, so I was getting ready to break the box down and I noticed that there were more of these in there, so just be aware of that. Okay, so I'm going to show how the bag fits on here, the side discharge piece, and then the mulching piece. But before we do that, you want to make sure that the safety key, which is right here, is unplugged. This should only be plugged in when you're ready to start the lawnmower. You also want to make sure that the battery is not installed. You need to be extra safe while doing this stuff. I shut that there. Okay, so, if you want to use the side discharge chute, you need to install the mulch plug. So I'm going to lift up the door here, and this is the mulch plug. And on this lawnmower, it's currently installed. So I'm going to show you how to install it. And to do that, I need to first remove the mulch plug. So to remove the mulch plug, I'm just going to lift up and then remove it from the lawnmower like so. And then to install the mulch plug, I'm just going to fit it back into the lawnmower like this and then set it down into place. You just want to make sure that it's secured into place. And then I'm going to shut the door here like that. I have the mulching plug in, and I'll get to that. But while we have the mulching plug in, I'm going to show how to attach this side discharge piece. So I just lift up this door here, and then these parts right here are going to hook onto a metal bar from the underside. I'll get you guys a closer look. Just make sure that got in there, okay? I want to make sure that it's secured into place correctly. There we go. And then I'm just going to rest this piece back down like that. Different look at it there. Okay, so I'm just going to shut the door here gently back into place there. Okay, so now to remove this piece, I'm just going to lift up the door and then just kind of lift this piece up like this until it disconnects, and then take it out and then gently shut that door there. I'm going to lift up this door here, and here is the mulching piece here. And to take this out, I'm just going to gently lift up and then just pull this out. And then to put it back in, just gently put it in and set it down until it's secured into place. So to take it out, just gently lift up and then take this out. And then the bag has a hook here and a hook here. So to put it in place, just gotta get those hooks around the metal bar back there. There we go. And then once it's secured into place, just gently setting this down. Here's a closer look at how the hooks from the bag go over the metal bar back there. You just want to make sure that the bag is secured all the way into place. And then I'm just going to gently shut this piece down until it's secured into place. Okay, before you adjust the height of the lawnmower, you want to make sure that the battery is not installed and that the safety key is unplugged. And then here is the height adjustment lever right here. There are, looks like 7 different positions. Okay, so I'm just going to hold on to the handle part here, and then the lever here, you just pull it out like this, and then you can, move it to whatever position you want. I'm probably gonna go with maybe 4 is probably where I'm gonna go, and then I'll see what it does, and then I'll go from there. Last time I cut my grass too short, I didn't like it. So I'll probably go with 4, and if it's too short, I'll move it to 5 or something like that. Maybe 6, maybe 7, who knows, we'll see. Okay, I'm going to take the charger out of the packaging and the battery out of the packaging, and then I will be back. Okay, so there's a plastic piece here I'm just gonna take off, and I noticed a little plastic piece just hanging out back there. Another plastic piece here. This one was kind of seems dirty, it didn't arrive clean or whatever. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this part off, plug this into the outlet here. Okay, and then we have the battery. There are some parts on the back here, those go on the bottom. So this is the part of the battery that's going to plug into those prongs back there. So I'm just going to set the battery in here and then just slide it into place until it secures into place here. Just making sure it was secured into place. We could hear the charger turn on. And now there are a lot of lights blinking. So now I'm going to wait for the battery to be fully charged, and then I'll be back. Okay, so the lights on the battery are solid green, but the light on the charger is still flashing green. So I'm going to wait for the light on the charger to turn solid green so I know that the battery is fully charged. I'll be back when the light on the charger turns solid green. Okay, so light on the charger turns solid green, so I'm going to remove the battery. Set the battery right here. And then I'm going to unplug the charger. And there's this piece right here that can be lifted up a little bit. You just want to be careful not to hurt the cord. Just fit the cord in there, and then it will help to keep the cord in place. Okay, so before I install the battery, you want to make sure that the safety key is unplugged. That's important. So if it is plugged in right, I'm going to show you. I'm going to plug it in, and then I'm going to unplug it just so you can see. So here it is, plugged in, and you just want to make sure that it is unplugged. Okay, I'm just going to set it over here for now. Now let me shut the door for a minute there. And with the safety key, just make sure that this stuff here is out of the way so it doesn't get tangled up when you're installing the battery or removing the battery. Okay, so the battery, these grooves back here, this area right here is going to be on the bottom going towards the back. So I'm going to lift open the door, move the safety key out of the way, and then slide the battery into place. Okay. And you just want to make sure that it's secured all the way into place. There should be a click, so I'm getting some resistance here, so I'm going to let you guys listen here. And I'm just holding on to the front part of this piece here to give like counter pressure. Okay, and then we just want to make sure that it's secured into place. And do not put the safety key in until you're ready to start the lawnmower. And then to remove the battery, there's a piece right here that I'm going to press down on, and that should eject the battery a little bit. And just be careful because it kind of like ejects out there. And I'll just remove the battery. So I'll show that one more time. Installing the battery. Making sure that it's secured into place. And then ejecting the battery here. Like that. And okay, I'm just going to move the safety key back in here and shut the door. Okay, so I unplugged the safety key and then removed the battery. Okay, so then right down here I noticed there's like a, I think there's like a piece of plastic, maybe? I guess I'll find out here. That was over the 21-inch deck. There we go. That was the only one that I noticed on my lawnmower, but just take a look at your lawnmower. There may be different ones on different spots on different lawnmowers. Alright guys, I hope that this video was helpful, and thank you so much for watching. And I do plan to make another video where I use this lawnmower and test it out and give my review. So if you're interested in seeing that video, please check back for that video. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.